This is probably the most important video I've released in this channel, and you do not want to miss it. Let's get started. All right, guys, it's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. Your boy's back, and I done did it again one more time. Now, guys, I got a special video for you guys. You guys definitely need to watch this. And yeah, man, I want to start with this, right? Why do most people come to CodingPhase? Why do most people come to this platform, right? And it usually comes down to this, right? Most people don't have a career or don't have a way for them to find success as far as income. And I basically, when I came in and created this YouTube channel, I just wanted to share something that worked for me. And it's been an amazing journey, right? Becoming a developer, teaching people how to get into the industry, how to learn their skills, right? And it's been great because we've gotten a lot of success with that and have helped thousands of people to come in and go on this path. But it usually starts with this, right? No career, right? Low income, right? No side income. And by not having a side income, right? Don't have enough to also do any type of investments, which keeps you in the rat race. And guess what? When you're in the rat race, you're just not happy. Now, sometimes people get this wrong. They think like, well, the rat race is just about being able to work at a company and just working there forever. No, the rat race comes in when all you do is wake up, work, pay bills, sleep. Okay, that's it. You don't do nothing else because you can't live. You don't have enough to really live your life to the fullest and do things that you're happy. Okay. And again, when I created this channel, I wanted to share to people that were coming from my same background, right? Coming this from the bottom, building themselves up, that maybe wanted to find something that could work for them to get them out that rat race and that feeling of like, man, I see myself doing the same thing. I don't see no growth. I don't see me going in and being able to live my life to the fullest. And guess what? Being a developer really helped me achieve those things. Okay. So I want to help you guys out, get out the rat race, because that's really the main problem. And it's not just like having a job. Like there's nothing wrong with having a job. The problem is when you just living to pay bills. Okay. You just living to pay bills and you're constantly stressed out. You're constantly like on survival mode. I don't want you to survive. I want you to live. And that's what we're doing at CodingPhase.com right now. Okay. So let's go into CodingPhase, right? So this is the strategy, right? This is something that has worked for me and can work for every single one of you guys. And it's very simple, right? CodingPhase, right? You join the community where you're going to have like-minded individuals looking to achieve the same type of goals that you want to achieve, because believe it or not, it's hard to do this by yourself. All right. It's hard for you to do this on your own. Some people do it, but I could tell you it's even harder for the majority of people. So being part of a community is going to help you out in this process because it keeps you accountable. Right. This is why I have these accountability meetings every Monday where if you show up there, you're going to see people doing work, having new projects, new portfolio, new courses that they completed. They're applying to jobs. And then you see it when they go in and say, hey, man, Joe, I got some good news. I got hired. Right. And you see the progress. Right. You need to be part of a community. And that's what we're bringing to you guys. Right. And the goal is you come in, join the community, learn a new skill. Right. Learn skills for a new high paying career. You go in, learn how to use those skills and actually get some side income. And then from there is make the money work for you. Okay. And guess what? Now you escape the rat race and now you're happy because now you can live, right? Now you're no longer on survival mode. Now you're living. Now you can say, hey, man, you know what? I'm taking this vacation. Hey, man, I'm buying the dream car that I want. Hey, man, I'm going to that restaurant that I always wanted to eat. But shoot, man, it's, $800 that I got to pay. It's a little bit tight. Guess what? Now you got it, right? But how you're going to be able to do that, it really comes down to learning high paying skills to be part of a new career, and then using those skills to make side income for you. And once you have that income, because even if you make $100,000, $100,000 is not going to change your life. What's going to change your life is the fact that you have extra. And that extra comes in from the side income, and you put in that side income to work for you. Okay. So again, this is the strategy that has worked for me, and I'm planning on helping you guys out with this process. We've been doing it for years with the process of teaching and helping people get into jobs, but now we've seen the big picture, right? The big picture is this. People are coming here not for, hey, I just want to learn how to code. I'm looking for a solution to this problem that I'm having right now, where I don't feel like I'm living. I don't feel like I'm getting everything that I'm supposed to, right? I'm not supposed to be here in this point in my life, right? So guess what? We're using tech to go in and help us out with this, but also too, at the end of the day, it's a bigger picture. So again, this is CodingPhase, right? So this is what we're doing, right? Now we have CodingPhase V4, okay? Version 4, all right? Yes, version 4. I mean, we basically do a new version of CodingPhase every 2 years. We're now going into the 8th year of CodingPhase, and that's why we are on V4, okay? So this is the things that's coming into CodingPhase now, right? We have the video courses, which is something that we've always had on CodingPhase. We have the interactive lessons, so you can go in and practice within CodingPhase, and also to learn, small, practical skills, right? And practice the things that you already learned within the courses. Then you also have the portfolio projects that are given to you, okay? Portfolio projects that are guaranteed to go in and make you look like $1 million when you go to some of these companies, okay? We also have an activity tracker. And now you might be saying, Joey, what the hell? You tracking me? Yes. You know why? Because a lot of times what happens is people might see a video like this and get excited. And they're like, man, I'm signing up today. I'm joining CodingPhase. I'm going to start learning how to code. I'm going to get a new career. But guess what? 2 weeks later, the energy dies down. They get back into lazy mode. They hanging out. They're doing the same thing. And they forget about the goal that they had, right? And that's because they're not tracking their progress. In this new activity tracker, you're going to have basically everything that you do on the platform. You're going to be able to see what's happening. So for example, you go in, you complete a course. Once you complete a course, you'll see, oh, on this date, I actually worked on this course. Okay. Same thing for, let's say, for example, hey, going in and looking at jobs. Guess what? That's tracking that and saying, hey, this person, he was active, right? The goal is to have you in this motion of moving forward, where you're not slowing down because you're leaving it to yourself, right? You're actually going in and getting everything done because you're seeing on your calendar, hey, I actually didn't do nothing for the last 2-3 days. I got to start filling this up. What is the things that I have to do? What are my tasks? Okay. So we're giving you all of this tasks, all of these things for different career paths. And then from there, we're tracking all of that. Not for us to have your data, not for us to go in and, sell this to somebody. It's for you. Okay. Literally, this is your own data that you're going to be able to see of, hey, I signed up on this date and I didn't do nothing after 2 months later. Right? Hey, I signed up on this date and I didn't follow up on this project. Hey, I started applying to jobs, but I got discouraged. And from there, I stopped and I didn't continue applying to jobs. Like, you're going to see that. You're going to have that all within the platform. Okay. You're also going to have a community board, because I believe having a community is very important. Now, we've had a Discord channel for years, but the Discord has been a little bit crazy, right? Sometimes there's people that already got jobs that are helpful. And sometimes there's people that they look at Discord like a playground, a place to mess around. And guess what? We're not here for that. Everyone that's coming in here, They're here to get to their goals. And if they already accomplished their goals, they're looking to help others, accomplish their own goals. Okay. So again, we're not going to be doing the Discord. We're going to have a community within the CodingPhase website. In there, you could ask questions. In there, you could help each other out. In there, you could go in, set up meetups. In there, you could go in and build relationships, network. Believe it or not, most of the people that come from CodingPhase, right, they end up in some really good companies and they're in the community. Okay. And from there, they can help you out because they're in the field. It's not just me that's helping you guys out. The community is helping you out. So you want to have access to that. You want to have those individuals to also have, in a sense, like a safe space where it's like everybody's professional. Everybody wants to go in and help each other out. Right. This was my vision, 7-8 years ago when I wanted to create CodingPhase.com to be a community for developers and people trying to come up in this world. Okay. And that's what we're doing now. Okay. So from there, we also have the resume and cover letter builder, right? To make sure that once you have those skills, you have your projects, that nothing is stopping you, that you have the right resume, right? That it looks the right way. It has everything that you're going to need to really stand out and get through the ATS bots. Again, we invest a lot of money into doing the research of how to create resumes, cover letters, how to make sure that they get through the ATS bots, right? So we do all of those things, right? So the resume, cover letter builder, okay? Again, both of these are together. Now, the same thing in here, we also have the job boards, right? So one of the things that I found over the years is that a lot of people need help with the whole process. They just need the whole help, right? Like they need somebody to really hold their hand. It's not just, hey, let me teach you a skill. Let me go in and tell you what projects to build. But now you also need to know like what your resume, your cover letter is supposed to look like. And then even your portfolio, what's supposed to look like. But then from there, like, hey, these are the jobs that you're supposed to be applying to. So depending on the career path that you have already completed within CodingPhase.com, we're going to go in and we're going to search for jobs for you and say, hey, these are the jobs that you need to go in and apply to. Now, we're going to have a job board for every type of development job, from front end, full stack, content editor, email developer, Shopify developer. Like it has all of those different jobs in there. But then not only that, when you log into the platform, you're going to have your own dedicated jobs that you should be paying attention to. Because again, remember, we know what courses you completed. We know where you're at in your process of like learning how to code and applying to jobs. We even have your resume, okay? Because you built it with us. So now we're able to go in with all of that data, say, hey, these are the jobs that you have the highest chance of getting hired with. So again, it's a full circle. Like we're going in and giving you everything. Okay, so there's no one here that can drop the ball and lose motivation, because on top of that, we got the activity tracker where you could see this is where you're lacking. This is what you're supposed to complete. This is what, you've been lazy. You took 3-4 days off. You shouldn't do that. You should go in, even if you do 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day, that's going to help you fast track your career path so you could go in and get to the point where you're applying to jobs. So we're going full circle with this. Like we're giving you everything so no one drops the ball. And for those of you guys that's already at a point where you're applying for front-end developer, Shopify developer, or like full stack, right? We're going to go in and give you interview prep. Okay, what does that mean, right? We'll have a couple of lessons on algorithms, how to solve them, right? We'll also go in and have in the interactive lessons, ways that you could go and practice how to solve, some of this leak code questions, right? So we're giving you all of that within one platform. It's a one-stop shop. Now, again, why are we here, right? Once you get your job, right, and you get in the game, okay, or even before you get into your first job, you're going to want to go in and understand how to make side income, Okay, because this is what's going to help you become wealthy, help you get to the next level. Just having one job in this day and age doesn't cut it. What you want to do is you want to have these skills, and then from there, go in and make the extra income. Because believe it or not, your first job might be $85,000, but you can go in and make an extra $30,000, $40,000, which will bring you over $100,000 on your first year. Yes. Okay. Same thing once you become a mid-level developer, 3-4 years in. Yes, you could go in and get your $100,000, $110,000, but guess what? You could bring in 60 to another $100,000 on the side with the skills that you have. But you got to know how to do this. And this is where we come in and we teach you that, how you could do it with freelance, digital products, software as a service. And yes, probably what a lot of you guys been wondering, is Joe coming out with a trading course, an investment course? And yes. Okay. Now you might be thinking in your head, well, where does trading fit into this thing? Okay. Like I'm here to code, yo. I'm here to code. It's like, no. This is the thing. We're calling this, right, CodingPhase, but that doesn't mean that CodingPhase is about coding, right? CodingPhase just means that we have to go through the coding phase to get us to our goals. Learning to code is not the goal. The goal is to build applications so you can make money, to work for a company so you can make money, right? What do you do once you have that money, right? This is information that I wish I had. Remember, guys, I'm teaching you guys and I'm talking to you guys and giving you guys advice from the years of experience that I've had, right? Like, yes, it took me a year to get a job as a junior developer. Do you have to take a year? No, I wouldn't tell you to, though, because now I have enough years in the industry where I could tell you, hey, man, there's actually easier ways for you to get hired, right? So I give you that advice from the mistakes that I've made, right? Same thing with, side income, freelance, digital products, software as a service, right? How did I make money? It wasn't really just development. It's all the side projects that I've had, right? We're talking about from freelancing on Craigslist, from making money on digital products, again, the online courses, the digital products we sell on Etsy, right? The software as a service that you have seen here, and some of the ones that we're going to be launching pretty soon, right? That's where the wealth comes in. And that's what I want to come in and give to you guys. But this is a big part of the success of Joe, right? This is something that right here, I wish somebody would have put me on. And a lot of people, they already get put on, because they do their own research, etc. But coming from where I come from, right? Like, I haven't met somebody that told me, yeah, bro, like, I just bought some Apple stock. Trust me, where I come from, like, I never heard nobody talking about this. The only time that I got introduced to trading was in the movie Wall Street. Okay. But other than that, like, it's not the norm. Okay. And a lot of times people make this seem like it's so scary and so difficult. And in reality, it isn't. All right. But this right here can go in and pretty much 3x your income. Okay. Now, again, we're not trying to make you rich. We're not trying to go in and sell you a dream. As you guys can see, like, we've never done that here in CodingPhase.com. Like, when you come to me, I come here, I give you the facts and the realistic expectations. For example, you come to me, I could tell you, hey, man, you see everybody telling you, hey, you're going to get $100,000, $200,000 job on your first job. I'm not going to tell you that. You're most likely going to get like a $65,000, $85,000 job. Okay. And that's what we can deliver. Same thing with this space of trading, right? We're going to go in, teach you the fundamentals, teach you how to actually get into the market, how to use the tools, right? How to do your own research, teach you everything that you need to know so you can go in and make some income. Now, what's the expectations on this? Hey, if you make $100 a day, that's it. That's my expectation of like, hey, I can go in and show you how to make $100 a day. Now, why am I saying that? Because it's very simple, right? I don't want you to come in with the expectation of how you could go in and make $1 million, $50, every freaking trade, $150,000 a year. No, you could get there, but it takes time. Okay, I could tell you, just for me, just in trading, to crack the $100,000 mark, like it has taken me like 3 years. Okay, but that was because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have somebody that was guiding me, somebody that was telling me, hey, this is what you're supposed to do. This is how the tools work. I just went in blindly and gave it a shot. Okay, so my plan here is to go in and teach you the fundamental, teach you everything that you need to know, and show you how you can make an extra $100 a day. Okay, there's around 20 trading days in the month, right? So that's around, like $100 times 20, that's like $2,000 extra. Once you go in and you're able to make $2,000 extra, then from there it's just about scaling. Okay, instead of you going in with something like, $1,000, which gets you a 10% return, which could be maybe $100 in that day, how you could go in and scale that later on as you get more experience, right? And I'm going to show you guys how to do this through a simulator. Okay, show you guys the whole process, again, teaching you the skills, the actual tools, teaching you everything that you need to know. Because like I was saying here in the beginning, CodingPhase is not about coding. I know. Shocker. Somebody's like, wait, CodingPhase is not about coding? No, it's never been about coding. Okay? We use tech and we use code to go in and give us better opportunities in life. Once we get to that point where we already working in the industry, we need to learn the extra things that's going to take us to the next level. And that's was something that I wish I would have known, something I wish I would have paid attention to even from early on. But remember, guys, I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have a Joe. I didn't have a CodingPhase. I didn't have none of this. Everything that I've learned has been like how we call in Dominican Republic, a cocotazo. Like literally, like it's the hard way, because again, I don't have a mentor. I don't have somebody I could ask questions, right? I don't have somebody that comes in and gives me game. So I have to go through the long road, right? And then now I come back and tell you guys, hey man, here's the shortcut. Here's the right way of doing it. Okay? Don't do this so you could get better results than even what I had. So again, this is what I'm trying to do for you guys at CodingPhase, because the goal here is to get you through the rat race and get you out of there, so you're not surviving, you're actually living. And the way how you do this is by learning a high-paying skill, getting a high-paying career, going and getting side income, right? And basically putting your money to work for you. Those 4 things, if you're able to accomplish that and you get that done, okay, you're gonna be golden. And this is what we're doing with CodingPhase V4. And I'm super excited for you guys to come in and try it out. I want every single one of you guys to come to CodingPhase and sign up. You can come to the platform, sign up as a diamond member, come in, check it out, right? You also, if you want to come in and just register to CodingPhase, you could also do that. Just click right here, get started now. And then from there, you could come in and just register for free, right? And use some of the free tools and free things that we're going to have on CodingPhase. But again, remember, all of the services, all of the courses, all of the training, everything that we have is going to be through the Diamond membership. So you could sign up for a monthly subscription, a yearly subscription, which I will recommend. You will save the most money. But I can tell you guys right now, this is where we at right now. Again, it's going to be a very special year for us. And I want you guys to come with me on this journey, because we've now reached a point where not only can we go in and help you just like learn how to code and learn through this process, but we want to make CodingPhase.com the solution for people who are trying to get their shit together. in a sense. Okay, that's the easiest way I could explain it. You want to make more income? Guess what? You need to learn a high paying skill. What do you do once you go in and you learn this high paying skill? How do you get those jobs? Guess what? We help you out with that. Once you get that job, what do you do with that income? What do you do with that, right? Do you just go in and blow it, buy new cars all the time, or go to the strip club? No, you go in and you put that money to work for you. Now, with all that being said, I'm going to tell you guys right now, this channel is going to have all those type of content. We're going to talk about things that have to do with coding, right? Things that have to do about your life, right? Things that you have to fix, things that have to do with trading, right? And just the market in general. I'm going to bring that type of content into this channel. I was thinking about doing it in a different channel, CodingPhase, but to be honest with you, like, we want to have all of these type of content in here because they're all connected to each other, right? Someone might be looking online. Hey, I'm looking for a new career. They find one of our videos. Guess what? We could help them out with that. Someone's going in and looking, man, I'm into trading, or I'm into, somehow making some extra income on the side. Guess what? They find a video that's on CodingPhase, right? How do I get extra income so I could go in and invest? Guess what? This is the solution. You come to CodingPhase, right? So again, I'm looking for a community of people, like-minded individuals that is looking to, grow in life and just help each other out. Guess what? You found a video on CodingPhase. So again, we're not just going to go in and drop videos just about coding in this channel. It's going to be a combination of all of the things that's going to help you get out of the rat race. And that's what we're going to be focusing on CodingPhase from now on. Strictly on that, because that's what people really coming here for. You could go in and find a channel that just talks about code. You could go in, find a channel that just talks about side income. You could find a channel that talks about trading or anything like that, right? But a channel that talks about how to get out of the rat race using all of these things and combining them together, that's something special, and that's what people has always come here to this channel for. So we're gonna give you guys what you guys been looking for. So yeah, man, guys, I'm super excited. Definitely check out the links in the description if you want to get a percentage off on codingphase.com. You want to come join this community, join what we're doing here and what we're building. You want to be part of it. Anybody who signs up right now before 2026 January 1st, you get access to me directly, so I could help you out. Not only you get all the services, but you also get the meetings with me every single Monday. All right, for as long as you are a member of CodingPhase. This will not be available to anyone after January 1st, only to the people that signed up in 2025. So if that matters to you and you want me to help you out myself, guess what? I would suggest definitely sign up somewhere this year. Okay. So anyways, guys, it's your boy Joe back at it again, codingphase.com. And yeah, man, I'm super excited for this. And you're going to start seeing a lot of different type of videos in this channel. But again, it's all connected to what we're doing within codingphase.com. All right, guys, I'll see you guys later. Bye.